guys, welcome back to Plow and Pantry. I'm Alicia if you're new here, and today I thought I would give another installment of the series I started about a week and a half, 2 weeks ago with my favorite YouTube channels and different subject matter. So maybe 2 weeks ago, somewhere around there, I posted a video with my 10 favorite big homestead channels and 10 favorite homestead channels, 5 big, 5 small. That was well received as a video. Thanks for watching that, and thank you guys for your suggestions that I asked for in the comments. I have since encountered several small channels that I have fallen in love with since then, and I appreciate you guys sharing your favorites with me. That said, before I get into this, I wanted to say that they are my personal favorites when I do these videos. Some people in the comments were a little upset that I didn't include some of their favorites. So I wanted to say 2 things. One, you're allowed to have different favorites than me. I'm allowed to have different favorites than you. It's totally okay. And 2, just because I don't list something in one of my top 5, whatever, doesn't mean I don't watch it or like their channel. It's not a snub to anybody. It's more just who I really enjoy myself and why. Just like when I asked you guys to leave your favorites in the comments and I found some new ones for me to enjoy. You might hear cicadas in the background. I'm out here sitting in the shade for a minute in between watering some things. But I think I hear thunder in the distance. Anyway, so today I thought I would share with you 8 of my favorite food preservation channels. Again, if your favorite's not in here, sorry. Maybe leave it in the comments. Maybe I haven't heard of them. But most of these are actually big. A couple are small. And some of these are strictly food preservation or one type of food preservation. Some of them are more homestead channels, but they do mostly food preservation videos, or that's just what I watch them for, is I watch their food preservation content. Because there are a lot of channels where I watch certain videos, but not all their videos, so that's fine. So number 1, I had to put down because it was the first channel I ever started watching on YouTube, and it's what brought me to YouTube. And that is Melissa K. Norris. Melissa K. Norris is a homestead channel. She does more than just food preservation, but I love her food preservation videos. And I actually encountered her on a podcast for something completely unrelated. And when she was introduced and what she did, I was like, somebody else, it was way back before the whole homestead movement. And I was like, somebody else does what I want to do, like move to the country and raise most of my own food. And so I went searching for content from her. And that was the first time that I actually started watching YouTube. Before then I hadn't watched it. I was like, YouTube, whatever. So that was years and years ago. But Melissa K. Norris, I love that in some of her food preservation videos, she teaches old-fashioned ways of doing things, like making strawberry jelly without pectin. I have made a video on that, and it was her method that I used. So if you are into kind of older ways to do things, then you might want to check her out if you haven't heard of her, or she's really big in the homestead world. She speaks at conferences and things. You might want to check her out. Like I said, she is a homesteader, so she does have some gardening channels, some sourdough. She was one of the first people to make a sourdough course. She has some animal husbandry things, stuff like that. So she is a great channel to watch if you're interested in her. Another one I watch for food preservation is Sutton's Days. And Lisa at Sutton's Days is your channel to watch if you are very into very safe canning practices. She does mostly canning. She does a few other things too, and I believe she sells Thrive Life freeze-dried foods as well. But she is, if you are new to canning and you want to learn the absolute by-the-book safe way to do everything, she's your channel to watch. She is a serious safety advocate. I'll give her that. I do a little bit of rebel canning. I believe she does some too, but she won't put it on her channel anymore, and she took down any videos like that. I am mostly a very food safe, by the book advocate too. There are a couple things, and I usually say that, I always say that in my video. If I'm doing a canning video that is rebel canning, I will say what about it is rebel and why, and what you're actually supposed to be doing, and why I do it the way I do it. So she is very good if you are a beginner canner, I would say. Another channel I like is Purposeful Pantry. The Purposeful Pantry is one of my favorites for dehydrating. I think she started with just the dehydrating thing. Everyone else is doing canning. She's dehydrating. I think recently she has added some freeze-dried foods as well. But if you have a dehydrator or you want to get into dehydrating, she is a great person to watch. She has great information about how to do it, how long. She uses several different dehydrators, so you don't have to have like just the nice Excalibur or whatever dehydrator. And she also talks about proper storage of those things and how to use them and what she does with them. So she's a great person to watch. Another channel I love is Ruth Zimmerman. I think she may have changed her channel name to Homesteading with the Zimmermans or something. So I will link all these below if I didn't already say that. So just like last time, you can go visit their channels if you're not used to them. But I like her personality. She is very calm. She is from a Mennonite background. Some of her things are not considered safe by modern practices, and she usually addresses what is going on when she's doing it with the science of that when she does it, so you can make your own choices. But she's also a very old-fashioned channel. She has a very large family, so she has some cooking and canning and food preservation for large batches. And I enjoy her very just calm personality. She just has she's one of those people that you watch and it's like a peaceful climate to her videos. So Ruth Zimmerman, I will link below. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, my fifth one is actually someone it's a smaller channel, but not as small as mine. Like, I don't consider her channel small, but compared to like Melissa Norris and Sutton's Day, she definitely is. But that's Abby Varan. I discovered her only like a year ago, and I'm addicted to her videos. She is someone who is homesteading, and she has some cooking, some food prep, a little bit of gardening. But what I love about her food preservation videos, besides she does different types, not just canning, but a lot of it's canning, is she just does some different types of things that are a little more interesting. She also cans some more. I tend to ingredient can, but I'm trying to can just a little bit more meal in a jar type things, just especially if we wanted to have like very last minute large group over. I want to make sure I have enough food type stuff like that. And she has a lot more of the meals in a jar type thing, but she also has other ways to preserve things, not just canning. But she is just someone I've enjoyed over the past year, and I'll link her channel below. Okay, another one I like is Live Life Simple. Live Life Simple is a freeze drying channel specifically. And so that's when I got into watching that one. I got a freeze dryer 2.5 years ago, and so I was there were some things I wanted to freeze dry that I was looking for specific information on, and his channel was a really good one. He has freeze dried just about everything you can think of. You can find it on that channel. He is slowing down his videos. He made one recently about how he's stepping back a little because he's doing other things too, but he is still making videos, and his Facebook group is still very much alive and a great place to ask questions as well. And he's still a little more active over there. So Live Life Simple is one of my favorites for freeze drying. Another smaller channel I like is called Row and Preserve, and she is, I can't think of her first name, but she is another one of those just smile, calm personalities, and she has some gardening videos, but a lot of just food preservation, canning videos. And I think she is new to me I may have discovered her during a collaboration, probably last year around this time. So in August, Three Rivers Homestead does a collaboration with preserving called Every Bit Counts. It's an Every Bit Counts challenge. I think that might be where I came across Grow and Preserve. And so she just does food preservation that I enjoy watching, both ingredient and meal stuff, and just has another one of those personalities that is easy to watch and engaging. Which brings me to my last one, which is Three Rivers Homestead. Some people on my last video were commenting, you should have had Three Rivers Homestead. Three Rivers Homestead is one I watch for food preservation, though. She does have way more content than just food preservation. She has a very large family. I believe she's expecting right now. So there's some gardening, there's some food preparation, some cooking, some homeschool things, I believe. Mostly for her channel, I watch food preservation, and she is one that takes advantage of stuff they grow, but also stuff they can buy in bulk, take advantage of farmers market sales, stuff like that. And she just has one of those steady, calm, smiley faces as well. And if she does the challenge, the Every Bit Counts challenge again this year, I will participate. Last year was my first year participating in that, and I enjoyed it, so I will be doing that again this August if she has that. So Three Rivers Homestead, I will link below. She does have other food. She does mostly canning, but there's other food preservation too. She dehydrates. I think she freeze dries. She does fermenting. She's got a whole, she does it all. And what I like about her is that she will also preserve small amounts of food, not just, even though she has a large family, it's not just like, oh, I've got these 60 pounds of tomatoes, what am I going to do with them? It's like, oh, I have 3 pounds of tomatoes and we're not going to eat them right away. How can I keep them? Because I don't want to waste food. And I appreciate that viewpoint. So anyways, those are, I think 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 channels that I really enjoy specifically for the food preservation. If you have a channel that is great with food preservation, please leave it in the comments for me. I would love to check it out. And thank you guys again for your suggestions from the last video, because I have enjoyed checking out your suggestions. A lot of those were also favorites of mine that just weren't in my top favorites, but they were channels I watched. But I had several that were new suggestions to me, and I've enjoyed looking at those and finding new people to love. So give me more suggestions for food preservation below, and I will see you guys on the next video. Thanks for joining me today.